Okay, good morning. Happy Friday, April 4th. So today we're gonna start the video off a little differently, and we're gonna start it off up here on my patio looking out into the shop. So we got the Riviera in here. The last thing we were working on was a water leak. It was the front cover, timing cover was leaking. And Dave got that apart. We had some seized bolts we were working on yesterday. Found the timing chain was pretty much ready to fail. So yeah, it's now getting the cover gasket leak fixed. It's getting a new water pump. Found the fuel pump was leaking as well, I believe. So a few new parts getting done to the front end of that. So that's what's happening there. We're just waiting for some of the parts. I think one of the seals had to come out of Rock Auto in the USA. And right behind it, we have this Mitsubishi minivan. The lady overheated, I think driving up towards Whistler. Anyway, she was up, I think the Sea to Sky Highway. The husband saved her and got it back to, I think, Langley, and then ended up having to tow it in. And what the guys found was a few things. I think a stuck thermostat, but also the radiator was leaking under higher pressure. And upon removal, they found some hidden previous damage. It looked like someone tried repairing it at one time, and it wasn't repaired correctly, and that was causing torsion, I think, on the radiator. So that has now been fixed over at Fix Auto. They straightened it out for us, and I believe we just need to put it back together now with a new radiator, get the bumper back on it. So that's that. Next to that, we have the 84 white Corvette. We've done a bunch of electrical work and maintenance and tune-up type stuff, I believe. And now it is getting brakes and just waiting for some brake parts to come in. Ahead of that is the red C3 Corvette we've been working on. We are waiting for some signal light cancellation switch parts. Those are on their way, as well as the Toyota, waiting on some parts. Not sure 100%. The blue Mustang was in for oil leaks, and they're either talking about upgrading the engine itself or upgrading the engine that's in it or replacing it. I'm not 100% sure what they want to do. And in the very back bay, we have the convertible Camaro. We were waiting on some differential parts, which have all arrived now. So Dave will be working on that this afternoon. And next to that is the Cougar that Lyle has been doing seats on. And we were doing some brake booster work. I believe everything is pretty much done and should be dialing that in the rest of today. Hopefully it's done by the end of the day. So that's kind of the update in the auto shop for Friday the 4th. Do something a little crazy. And I do have quite a Snap-on collection. In that collection is some RC cars. This one's been sealed since the 100th anniversary, which I believe is 3 or 4 years ago now. I'm gonna unbox these. So it's nice that it's sealed in the plastic. This one was actually sealed also in the shipping box up until I got it not too long ago. But the problem with that is these have LiPo batteries in them, as most people know. And those batteries can go bad and can catch fire. They can do all sorts of weird things. And to be honest, it's cool that it's sealed in the box, but it's gonna look much cooler out of the box. So I have this one, and I might do the unboxing of this today. And I also have a couple more at home. It's like an old race car, which is like a 1/10 scale. That is a Snap-on. I can't remember if it's a 100th anniversary as well. And then I also have the smaller, old school Snap-on truck, the 10th scale one. So yeah, I am going to unbox all three of them. Okay, so Snap-on's 100th anniversary was in 2020, so just over 5 years ago. So this Ultimate RC hauler has been boxed up for at least 5 years. So let's see how the storage charge held in the battery, and we're gonna ruin a collectible in a sense by unpackaging a packaged collector RC from Snap-on, which is made by Traxxas. It's still in the cellophane. It's been kept that way since new. It was actually in the storage box, or sorry, the shipping box, when I got it from Kelly from Snap-on here in Chilliwack, and that's how he had kept it. So you get this huge placemat thing out of the way here. And yeah, fully sealed, never opened. Let's do it. It's just gonna look so much cooler on display. And at the end of the day, I saved the boxes. I have the box for the big 1/8 scale Snap-on truck over there, and the box for the body for this other 1/8 scale. And I'm gonna save this box as well. And this kind of doubles the display possibility. You can display the box, which is cool, and you can display the RC. And one thing I really wanted to do is I want to put this Land Cruiser, which was the same as the one my dad had when I was a kid. but his was blue. I'm still looking for a blue body one day, but or another one that's blue. This I think will look really cool on the back of this hauler, because most people, when they display these, they display it with another Snap-on RC car that is almost new, which kind of defeats the purpose of like a hauler. Normally your hauler would be something broken down. So we have something from kind of the 2000s era, and then that's something from the 80s. So it'll look cool on there, I think. So anyway, let's ruin it. And of course, this camera just screwed up again. I'm so sick of this not working properly. It's back on me. I don't know why it keeps losing track, but we are back on track. I'm gonna move it a little closer. Yes, so here we go. We are unboxing a collectible RC, a collectible Snap-on thing. After it's been sitting for over 5 years in a sealed box. Okay, hopefully this sitting down should show it more here, yes. So here we go. Of course, I don't want to ruin the box anyway, so I want to see how it opens here. Tape right there. Pretty cool if the battery held all this time and works. Not that it's the end of the world, but it'd be kind of neat if it did. So, oh yeah, that looks cool already, just like that. So let me pull this down a little bit more. Wasn't sure what angle would work best for this, so I'm gonna assume that we can just, yeah, slide it out, and there we go. So we'll place this box over here. I will keep everything, every piece of plastic and every piece of cardboard and in there except for the cellophane from the outside of the box, of course. Here's the most important part about why it's been sitting, or this might just be the charger. I'm not sure if the battery's in here as well, but yes, this is just the charger. But this is what's gonna tell us if that battery is gonna be any good. So when we find the battery, we will plug it in and see if it works. All right. Oh. All right, guys. Hockey game tonight, and everybody's messaging about it, so turn off my ringer. Never opened something like this so carefully before. Looks like it's completely built, which is kind of neat. So, not sure where they keep the batteries in these when they do that. So this is empty, so it can go in here and be saved. This is most likely the controller. I wonder what extra it has, that it has a switch on the top. Oh, low gear, oh no, that's low gear, high gear here. On the controller, it also has that switch. I don't know, I haven't even done any research on what this thing does because I didn't think I'd ever take it out of the box, but I've decided, screw it. It's gonna look so much cooler out of the box, and as you can see, it does. Oh, I hope you can see, there we go, as you can see, it does. So yeah, 1 second here. Okay, I got sick of this track following thing. I don't think it's working as well as I thought it would, so we've now just set the camera up to focus on the whole desk. So hopefully that'll be a better experience here with the unboxing. This isn't something I normally do, unboxing things, but hey, why not? So I need 4 AA's for that, but most importantly, Let's find a battery pack. What do we got in here? Anything that I'm gonna need? Oh, there's little O-rings that they give you to hold the vehicle down on the back here. It actually has little divots. We'll show that when we get it out of there. Little divots to hold the vehicle, so it must be set up for 10th scale RC, and then you can actually drive it around with one on there. So I might open up this package to get to some of this stuff. Only if I really need to. I'd rather maybe go grab an O-ring from my parts department than open up this. If I don't have to, then it's kind of nice to keep that sealed. So that's going to go in the box for now. And then the old yellowed zap straps here. It even has a trailer hitch under here. Super detailed. Yeah, trailer hitch and shackles that are even like functional looking. That's pretty cool. And yeah, functioning 6x6. Super cool. Okay, another zap strap in the front. And that's that. So I'm not sure if this is just cardboard in the back here. Yeah, literally just a wedge. So. No packaging in there. Ooh. Ooh, almost broke the mirror off. Gotta be more gentle here. Now I'm getting excited like a little kid for some reason. The wheels on this thing, it's just unreal how realistic everything is on this. So here in the back on the deck, like I was saying, it's got the tie down spots, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Two of the body clips were on it, but I removed those. So let's see how easy the body just, oh, that nice lips off. No problem, it's got a full light package. So that plugs in. And here's our LiPo battery. Plastic off the chrome here. So yeah, just a brushed motor system, so it's not super high tech by any means and super fast or anything like that. Back when I used to hugely be into these RCs, the first thing I'd be doing is converting it to brushless and all that, but I don't think something like this really needs that type of a conversion. Wow, that's a pretty good suspension on it. A lot of servos. Yeah, the servo here for something, the servo here must be for like the lockers, and one there for the front locker. Lots of servos. And this is telling us about the battery, I'm sure. Instructions, we'll throw those. So first thing I'm gonna do is get this LiPo battery out of here. I got that clip in backwards, but that's fine. Okay. Doesn't look swollen. It's a 3-cell, 11 volt, 5,000, so it's got quite the discharge, so that's good. Let's see what happens when we plug her in. It recognizes it. And then 3S 2.5C, 5C burst, 2C charge. So I think back in my day I just used faster chargers and I knew a lot more about it, but I'm not sure if charge rate 1C 5 amps. So you can charge it at 5 amps. This charger's maximum of 4 amps. So I can hit start, press and hold to start, okay? Charge rate selection, 4 amp. Okay. It seems like it's taking a charge. I don't have any flashing bad things. I got, it's on balance charge, which is a good idea. It's on LiPo, and it's flashing green at the top that it's charging. I switched it to 4 amp and it switched itself back to 1 amp, so I don't know if that's just what it does. So I won't leave it unattended, but yeah, so here we go. I'm just gonna set the body back on it for now. So we got a charged battery, and try and figure out how to, oh, I see. So you set it on and you find the pegs. There we go. There. So there's only 2 clips that were on the body out of the package, and I'm trying not to open up that other package, so I'm just going to leave it that way for now with just 2 clips. I don't plan on driving the heck out of it, but I am going to drive it. If I'm going to go through all this, we're gonna drive it. So that battery is doing its thing. I'll box this up for now, and let's see how the Jeep fits. Oh yeah, that is cool. I think we can put it all the way to the front. Yeah. So that's super cool. And I'm gonna go find some straps, and we will. So yeah, you can. It's got these hold downs, and they just use like an O-ring to go up over the tire. So for what I'm doing, I think I'll just, honestly, I don't even think I need to tie it down. I can set it right between those and it's not going anywhere. I think that looks super cool on there. I'm sure the wheelbase is correct for like a 1/10 scales Traxxas of some kind, but like I said, I prefer this on here. I think that looks super cool. Something old on a tow truck makes way more sense than something new. But yeah, let's check out the detail. Like, look at these wheels and the tires. It's phenomenal. Same with the front wheels. And then I'm gonna pop this Jeep off. I think I got that out of New Zealand, so it's not an easy one to find. But yeah, look underneath of this thing. It's pretty cool. So realistic. Two in the back, connected with drive shafts. I bet you a guy can waste so much money on these too. I bet you can get all, oh, it actually has aluminum bodied shocks, but I bet you can get better ones. I bet you can get aluminum drive shafts. You can probably kind of go nuts on this thing with aftermarket parts to make it even, like I said, make it brushless and fast if you wanted. Would be pretty cool to see this thing just ripping, but I don't know, maybe it does go fairly fast. I don't know if it's got a 2-speed, or I should probably read into how it all works. I'll go online instead of opening up the package, but yeah, so yeah, you got your speed controller, engine, front and rear diff controls on the servo here, and then this is probably your high and low on the transfer case, the transmission, and this is probably your whole light box system. So I probably need to, when I put the body on, I probably need to plug into one of these ports for the headlights. So yeah, as soon as this battery gets a charge, we will hook it up and check out all the lights, and we'll take it for a drive. Something a little different, guys. Not something you'll see me do often, but I thought I have these cool collectibles and I did want to get them out of the packages to to look cool. I plan on decorating this office with all my Snap-on collection stuff, and then all my Lego stuff I'll probably do in my basement at home, and instead of mixing it all up. So I'm going to slowly bring some of the Snap-on stuff here and get this office kind of outfitted with the Snap-on collection since it fits with the shop. So yeah, well, for now we're going to let this battery charge over here and see what it does. I'm going to keep a close eye on it, make sure nothing happens, as it's been out of the, or in a box for 5 years plus, maybe even close to 6, because we're 3 months into the year. I'm sure they plan these a lot sooner. I'm not sure if there's manufacture dates on anything like this, but anyway, so at least 5-6 years. I was always curious if something could happen, but it looks pretty clean and safe, and it probably had a storage charge in it, which is kind of like a half charge balance charge. So anyway, that's it. It's all unboxed. Got the box down here on the floor. And yeah, the battery says it is charged. So I think first thing we'll do is get the batteries in the remote control. Okay. Okay, that is switched on. Steering trim, multifunction trim. Okay, not sure. Don't want this thing taken off on us, but we will see what it does here. So we should be able to slide this in. And hold down on. Okay. Connect this. I don't see any extra switches for lighting. I think it must just be all based on turning on. There we go. Right, left. Reverse, forward. Wow. Okay. So now we have a switch here. That is your high and low. So we're definitely in high now. That's definitely low. And lights on the back of the truck already come on. And then, so this switch switches something, so let's see here. So right now we have all axles are going, but nothing is locked. I'll put it back to center. Front is locked. Forward. Now we're locked in 6. So all the way this way is front locked, all locked, front locked. There we go. So all the way back is free. Freewheel, center is I think just front locked, and forward all the way is all locked. For what I'm doing, obviously we don't need any lock, but I just wanted to know how it worked. So pretty basic. So now just the roof. Let's get the cab. I think it doesn't matter where I put this plug, just as long as both the wires are on a connection. Yeah, there we go. We got headlights. I'm not sure how well they show up, and we got roof cab lights. That's what I struggled with there. There we go, there we go. So we have So that's pretty cool. Get the orange lights lit on the roof. The headlights are lit and marker lights. And then of course you have all the rear deck lights. And there's some lights up on the crash bar in the back, and then of course you got all your tail lights. I don't know if anything changes with, no, I wasn't sure if you put it in reverse if it changed or not, but yeah. So you've got to turn the steering trim a little left. There we go. It's got its wheel alignment. And now we just need to, you're gonna see about getting the Land Cruiser on the back here and secure it down. And then we'll take it for a test drive. So I think I'm gonna use it like this, loaded towards the front. I did grab some O-rings instead of opening up the kit, but they're gonna be way too short. So I'm just gonna see if I have some elastics. So yeah, found some elastics. I'm thinking that might be enough to just stop this from rolling off. I'm gonna have to look online and see if they sell anything cool for strapping down on these just for novelty reasons. But yeah, nothing like making you feel like a big kid. And I watch Roman Atwood every day. I don't know if any of you guys follow him, but huge on his family channel years ago. I guess they did a lot of RC stuff, and Traxxas sent them pretty much everything. And then just recently he did a video about buying an RC, and one of the stores he went to in his town didn't want him filming in the store, so he went elsewhere. And then I guess Traxxas seen that happen, and now have sent him about a bunch of stuff. So I think that's kind of what triggered me to set these up. So yeah, here we go. Collector toy put together, and now I'm gonna use it. So yeah, let's see what it does. So yeah, nice and low gear, you can go pretty slow. Adjust my steering trim a little more left. There we go. All right, I'm gonna pull a zoom back. Let's go back. That's full speed in reverse in low. Full speed in forward in low. Let's flick the switch here. Now we're in high. Oh, it actually moves pretty good. Yeah. Almost dusty enough in here to do donuts. But it is 6-wheel drive, so it's, oh, it's hitting the fender. I was wondering what that noise was. All right, see if that's an adjustment or it's just a clearance. Yeah, there's a lot more room on the driver's side. The passenger side, the fender hits really easy, so I don't know. It's body adjustment or axle. But anyway, she hauls ass pretty good in high range. Then I can lock. That's just the front locked. And I can, oh, we got all 6 locked. Oh. Definitely wanted to spin easy. Well, if I had more room in here, we'd be able to have more fun, but anyway, that's that. Pretty cool little collector. Now played with it. So we'll get the other ones out soon. All right, sorry, that phone call was just Ford calling me. They said they've changed the front hose. The technicians told the manager that the hose has fixed the problem. So the shop manager is going to take it for a drive, and then if he's happy with it, they're going to let me know to come get it. Supposedly, not supposedly, he said they changed the right front brake hose and they've changed the right front brake caliper. It seems super fishy because I did feel it pull left once on me, I'm sure of it. The only maybe it's because I did it back to back and the right hose was still causing an issue, not letting the fluid come back or something, so then it went right, but it was 2 times right, then once left. So yeah, hopefully it's fixed. I really hope it's something that simple. It's not normal. If you hit your brakes and your vehicle pulls right, it's usually a left brake issue where your left caliper or your left hose is restricting the clamping force on the left, therefore your right pulls you to the right. And then when you let off, that stick is still there and then it pulls left. This vehicle only ever went right and then went right. And then 1 out of 10 or 15 times that I've tested it, it did go left on me, but that was after 2 right-hand applications. So I kind of ruled it out a little, but based on my history of working on cars my entire life, it does not make sense to be a hose. Even if the hose was restricting in only one direction, being say a manufacturer's flaw, you would think it would still cause it on the opposite side. Like if it was restricting it going in, it would pull left because the fluid can't get in, so they would pull left. If it was restricting it coming out, it would pull after you release the brake. So I can't think of a scenario where a brake hose on a right corner can cause a right corner, right turn, right anything. So my hope is that they didn't feel something different than I'm feeling at a lower speed or less brake pressure and just like a slight little, and then now that's, I don't know. So I would be completely shocked that it's fixed, and I'll video my first time driving it with front end view to give a genuine reaction, because I will be shocked if it is fixed, and I don't think they can change other parts and not tell me. So I will confirm that if they've done any software upgrades or if they've done any other part than the caliper and the hose before I even drive it. I want to know all of that just to give an honest opinion on what the heck happened. But anyway, back to the RC car. It was a lot of fun unboxing this collector and playing with it and putting my Land Cruiser on there. Looks pretty cool with the Land Cruiser on there. Okay, I got last minute from Ford to come get the Bronco and go for a drive with the shop foreman. So I didn't have time to grab all the cameras, but I did have the Osmo with me here. But anyway, they did the right front hose, the right front caliper, and I'll admit it does feel a little different, but it still has the problem. They did change the air pressures in the tire for some reason, or tires. It looks like they added some air pressure, so maybe that's why it's feeling a little different. Because I know it had like 33 to 35 pounds, and now 3 of the tires are at 37 and the front left is at 41. Not sure if I should actually look at these tomorrow when it's cold, because if they're fairly equal when cold, that could tell us that there is some heating up going on the left front. But anyway, just something I thought of while talking now. So anyway, they're gonna rob parts off another vehicle Monday morning and switch the left-hand stuff. We'll see what happens if they do that. They also want to try some more aggressive tires, as in something stronger. The tires that are on this, the factory 35s, are a really soft tire. So they might try some aftermarket tires that are on the one of the service manager's vehicles and see if that drives any differently. So that's kind of a plan they have as well. So they're planning for 3 hours on Monday to see if they can come up with a fix or not. And if they don't figure it out, then I will start talking to them about trading it in on another one, because I don't want to be fighting with this too long. I'll get too frustrated. So yeah, so anyway, just heading down and to detail. We're near the end of the day now, so I kind of missed out on the hot rod shop while they were working, but I might still sneak in there and see what's happening. So anyway, thanks for coming along. Okay, just back down at detail. This is one of the jobs they did here today. Of course, I missed out on all their busy action, but they ended up doing about 10 jobs today, so that's a lot. They're just finishing off on this Silverado here. So you can see the bay got a beating. So they've been going hard today. And over here is nothing different than the last walkthrough. So all this stuff was just kind of sitting today because they were doing their Foam Friday. So not much here to look at. Okay, everybody's gone home for the day down at the hot rod shop, but I just came in to move some vehicles around and thought I'd do my walkthrough that I didn't get to today. So the boat, as you can see, doing some heavy body work to it to straighten out some of the remains of the body damage it had. So he's been working on that for a couple days. It's looking pretty good actually. So he's probably ready for primer on this side, and then the port side, he's got it most of the way by the looks of it. So not a lot over here in the body shop, but he's been boating along. We'll just head over to the hot rod end of things. The orange Ford, I think, is ready to go home. The Impala, they actually had it fired up today, so we have some footage of that. So we'll see this thing driving sooner than later. The 51, we got some sound deadening in the trunk to quieten up that fuel return line sound that sucked on this thing. So that's dealt with. And we're just waiting to get somebody on it for the air conditioning. Challenger is still waiting to go down to the automotive shop. Carrick has some family emergencies, so he had to run yesterday. Partway through the day, and I don't know if he was here today or not. Honestly, I've been too busy to make it down here. But it looks like he's got this power panel moved to the center. So that's a good sign, which we wanted room for the hinges on either side. So yeah, so he's been working on that. And I think, yeah, the seats are done for the Cougar, and they're actually in the car. I just never videoed down on the floor today. I only videoed from my balcony. And then the Camaro IROC, we did an engine in that you've probably seen in previous videos. He's now getting us to do a dash repair, the typical corner on the driver's side that always gets smashed out on these. So we're doing a repair for him on that. So Lyle's been taking care of that. And these two vehicles, the Eleanor and the C10, haven't been, I don't think they were worked on today. But yeah, a little plugged up in here. But I just need to move a couple of vehicles around. I need to stuff one more in here for the night. That's the 46 Chev that's outside. The customer's coming to pick that up tomorrow. Okay, just out front, we have Shug's Bronco all done. So today we did the winch kit. So he maintains his factory bumper and all that, and gets him a winch mounted down low. Yeah, if you're thinking you're gonna get down into a mud hole and you might get stuck, you might want to get that hook and bring it up to your bumper or something or whatnot, because it is a bit of a low mount, but that's what he wanted, and I like it. I like how it's tucked away. It looks factory. So I'll probably do the same one on mine because I'm doing the tow behind, and I'm going to need to be able to have access to that, so I kind of like it. He's running aftermarket tires and wheels, 35s as well like mine, but now he has this BDS lift with the coilovers, so he's got the really nice Fox coilover with remote mount adjustable reservoirs. So the front, you don't see the reservoir much, but you do see those beefy new upper control arms. And in the rear, you really see the remote reservoir with the adjustment on the bottom. It's all tucked in there. And then there's your big Fox shock. So this thing should drive like a dream. This is about I think it's a 4-inch lift, which is about an inch bigger than the Sasquatch package, but 4 inches bigger than what he started with, roughly. So yeah, looking good. I can't wait to do probably the same kit to my Bronco. But I want to go to 37, so we'll see what we do on mine. It's still kind of not solid, so yeah, looking good. And it looks like you can get more lift out of this if you want. There's another couple inches of thread there, so I wonder if the rear has that. Oh yeah, there's definitely a couple more inches of thread on the rears as well. So you can probably adjust this lift and get some more height out of it if you really wanted to. So yeah, anyway, thanks Shug for the business. There's his website there. Check him out.